Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up.
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Enayet Hossain and Greg Hatza on Indian Jazz Fusion.
So, how do you balance respecting the musical traditions of where you come from and your instrument, the tabla, comes from, with breaking new ground?
You know that I get flack for that, obviously, but I mean, honestly speaking, the first. By the way, I got to tell Greg one thing is that he doesn't know about me and you. I've known Kevin since fourth grade.
Oh, okay.
We went to
Maybe even before that, but yeah, we were in elementary school
we
together,
went from
definitely.
fourth grade to 12th grade
Oh,
to
okay.
school.
Okay.
So while I mean, for first 20 years or 25 years of my life, I just played classical music, Indian classical music. All my albums, I have like 60 albums. They're all from the age of 16 onwards, and they were all Indian classical music. So I kind of established uh, my role in that as a classical tabla player. Then I've known him since I was six. I've never gotten with him until about 2010, 2011. That's when we started working on albums, and so yeah, tradition is important, and I always go back to that at some point. Concerts throughout the year, I'll have five of this and 10 of the fusion, or vice versa. So, but the instrument itself is such a versatile instrument in any form. Uh, that's why it's easy to kind of go in and play with different genres, different ideas actually of music. It's not a very strictest kind of thing. And nowadays, I mean, now all tabla players are doing what I'm doing. It's not just me.
Yeah. And then and before we hooked up, me Knight hooked up, I was doing things with his father,
Yeah.
and we're kind of setting the stage for some kind of fusion thing, between jazz and Indian music. We were already kind of like dabbling in it, dabbling in it, and so it was kind of like the seed that sort of led to how me and I then eventually got together.
Right, there you go. So you said that you get flack. Do you just get flack from purists and traditionalists in the scene?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them say that, hey, you're such a good classical tabla player. Why are you doing this?
Right, so they don't get it. What's your answer to them?
Be, because a lot of people say that classical Indian tabla is the highest form, and that it should be. You are good at that. Not everybody is good at that. You're good at that. That's what you should be doing. And I tell them, well, the more I play with these kind of things, fusion and non-classical stuff, actually it helps me be a better classical tabla player because I play movements or compositions I make up on the spot that I transfer into that. So in the end it makes me a better musician as a whole. In fact,
So when you guys play live, do you record your performances?
yeah, we do, yes.
Now, do you go back and listen right away? Do you give yourself some buffer before you listen?
Yeah, we don't even listen. Do you?
No.
Do you listen? I don't listen. I have
I've talked to some bands who they'll walk off and get in the bus and go listen to the show, and and they tell me that they often find there's a disconnect, is where I was going with this, between what they felt and were thinking while they were playing and what actually exists as the document of it.
Yeah.
which is completely true. It's true because I don't actually do that. Though I don't think Greg does either. That we do a concert and we listen to it, but we do listen. I've listened to stuff.
Sections. Sometimes I pick it.
Yeah, but I have also listened to stuff years later where I thought, oh, I was awesome and I was terrible, and then vice versa. I thought I was terrible and it was great. So
Yeah, I get the same feeling.
Yeah.
You know.
I find it fascinating. You guys should take those recordings, put them up on Bandcamp. Somebody probably pay you some money for
Yeah, that's a good idea.
them. They so what happens next? You guys have this album. Obviously, you're trying to get up for a Grammy. Is this going to be an ongoing thing? Is there any touring that may happen? I'm assuming that shows are probably local that you do.
We are playing in 10th of November at the Annapolis Jazz and Roots Festival. That's the first thing we're doing. The thing is, we do the music. We've never been kind of crazy about going out and getting concerts and this. We actually just do the music. We played at really amazing venues. We played at Jazz at Lincoln Center, which was a amazing, like legendary artists play there. But we don't actively go for concerts. But now I think we do have a manager, and we're going to start doing more concerts. Actually.
Yeah, basically, we could actually play more, but we didn't have somebody like had interest in us and who had connections around the country that maybe could present this kind of music. But I think we got somebody now that's going to be helpful with that. I don't see why we shouldn't at least be able to play once a month somewhere.
Right. I'm listening to what you do, and it's different, but it fits into, obviously this is called All That Jam, and we focus on jam bands and things like that. And I see if they stuck you guys at a festival with all these other jam bands, you'd probably get a bunch of new fans off of it.
Yeah.
Because of the sound of what you do. It's maybe more a late night thing. Do the 2 a.m. set till 4 in the morning or something, but I really feel like there's something there. You want to get into a little bit with me about where your inspiration comes from for these songs, Greg? I mean, is it just you're listening to the jazz? I hear shades of different things through there. Is there anything you can put your finger on?
Not really. I mean, I've been playing. I've been playing traditional jazz since I was like 16 years old professionally, and then I don't know if you remember my kind of contemporary fusion group, Moon August. That was like a contemporary fusion, where I kind of moved away from the jazz organ and got more into electric keyboards and synths and things like that. And then I composed most of the music for that band. So I have a lot of influences, from just playing different genres in jazz, and then I have the influence of studying traditional Indian classical music. And so when I compose, I try to keep that Indian classical music or the feel, the ideas, the rhythm, whatever, the melodies, still on that end, But I'm still also a jazz musician, so I can put like harmonic things in that is traditional Indian classical music doesn't deal with harmony. Right. It's just kind of there, but it's not there.
Do you think that that's part of the reason that it never had more of a crossover in American music, Indian music? I mean, George Harrison got the sitar in, obviously, with the Beatles and that, but it seems like it's never fully been integrated like other styles from around the world, other traditions.
Well, a lot of times, a lot of those pop musicians and, jazz musicians, they just maybe put a instrument from India in their song. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they don't really know the real theory and the construction of real classical Indian music. They just put the sound there. When I compose, sometimes a lot of times I put the traditional from my study of Indian music, my improvisations also kind of lean towards that way. How does an Indian sitar player improvise? a lot of times I put those kind of typical licks that they do, into my improvisation, So uh, I don't know, Shakti, right? The group Shakti with
Yeah, with John McLaughlin.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
They're the
Well, yeah, they crossed my mind when I saw the post about you wanting, about the Grammy that you made when I reached out to you there off of Facebook. They were in the back of my mind too, how, they created, with the electric guitar.
Yeah, they basically created that genre. Honestly speaking,
Yeah.
Indian jazz fusion started from them, and they're still very, very active, and they just had their 50th year.
Yeah, I've been getting rave reviews from people all across the country who've been catching them as the tour's been going on, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't do it. So,
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.